It's really like the Torah is really infinite revelations, and really this other stuff that happens is like other stuff, chas v'sholom, that's not really Torah, which is only there. Yeah, it's like a technicality. It's not really Torah. Torah only begins here, but all the that's not right. But no, chas v'sholom, because obviously all the Torah is still the Torah. So why did the Torah begin with the simsum, with the concealment of Hashem, when the purpose of the Torah is revelation? Why do we need to begin with concealment? Why can't we just have revelation first in the first place? It says that really it says Hashem wanted to have a dwelling place, a dwelling place in the lower realms, which means that Hashem does not want to impose himself to be here. Hashem doesn't want to force himself into the world. Hashem wants people to make the dwelling for him based on their own understanding and their own initiative, and based on things that make sense to them. So the fact that we are able to answer the nations in such a way that even the nations of the world are able to understand how the whole world belongs to Hashem, and therefore the revelations that happen in the Yisroel happen once the nations themselves realize it, then that's the main point of Torah and Yisroel. And so this is related to the point of the idea of this is related to the whole point of the Simsum in general. The Simsum in general, it says at the beginning, it says there's just the infinite revelations of the infinite light, such that nothing was able to exist. And it's because nothing was able to exist, then the revelation that happened, even though there was a revelation, but the revelation was not able to be in the world at all, because the world was not able to exist. But once Hashem made the Simsum, once Hashem made the concealment, and then he made the possibility of the world existing and the world itself, then even though it was created with the Simsum, but once we already exist, then we are able to bring down the revelation through the Torah and the mitzvahs. And we're not only able to bring back the initial revelation, but we're even able to create new revelations through the Torah and the mitzvahs that never even existed before the world was created. And that's only possible through the concealment of Simsum. So too when it comes to the land of Yisroel. So the Hashem gave it to the Canaanites first, in order to, which is like the darkness that comes before the light. In order to, when we gave it to the Canaanites, creating like this darkness, like this void, then gave it to us later, then it's like, we're able to like transform the darkness into light from within the dark, from within what makes sense to the nations itself. And then through that, not only can we get the same revelation, but we can even get greater revelations that would have been possible if it was only imposed from above. So too, when I said that when the Torah begins with the creation of the world, which is just a tiny little ray of light of concealment, it's not that it's not Torah, but it says the point of the Torah is to go down into physical things, to elevate the physical things. The point of the Torah is to go down into the physical objects in order to elevate the objects, so we could use them to make a dwelling place for Hashem. Just like when it comes to all the objects in the world, like the fill in Hashem, the Torah, the power of the Torah goes in the physical objects, so we could use them to make a dwelling place for Hashem and bring the revelation. So too, when the Torah begins with the creation, the Torah itself is going into creation. When the Torah beginning with the creation of the world, it means that the Torah itself is going through the Simsum in order to elevate the world